Hey, what's going on YouTube? Chris back with another exciting video. I know it's been a long time since I've done a video. I've been going through a lot of changes in my life, and so I'm finally here back and providing a very exciting video for the Google Pixel 2 XL Panda Edition. So I ordered this actually on the second day that it came available. I wasn't able to get one the first day, so it's finally come and arrived towards the end of November, and this is what you get in the box. You get a pamphlet basically for Project Fi. This does support eSIM, which is basically you do not need a SIM card if you're using Project Fi. So that's a very nice benefit. Now for the Google Pixel 2 XL, they of course do have the smaller Pixel 2. I checked this one out at Verizon before I actually have my hands on here, and I'm glad I ordered the Pixel 2 XL just because of the design and just how it looks. You have just a back Team Pixel, very little information, just basically Google Assistant and Google Lens. Nothing on the front, IMI information, and on the side, that's basically it. Let's go ahead and get this unboxed here. And here we are with the phone itself. Set that aside. You have some pamphlets in here which you can actually open. There's going to be SIM card ejector tool, some other booklets, warranty information, USB-C to USB-A OTG adapter. Lift that up. Then you have your dongle, white matte soft touch finish on both the plug and the 3.5mm port. And then we have the USB-C to USB-C cable. It has a little like a organization type adapter connector on it to keep the cable. And then lastly we have the USB-C quick charger. And if we look down here, output 5 volts 3 amps. So that this is a 15-watt quick charger. So you're going to want to use certified USB-C cables for you to get the quick charging. Let's go ahead and set all of this aside. None of that is the main event. Now the Pixel 2 XL and the Panda color. Should be able to just unwrap that real quick. Here it is. Nice soft touch white finish on the back, which feels really nice. That was something I did notice when I was at the Verizon store. Between the black and then they only had the silver, like the white color in the Pixel 2, is the white has a more soft, smooth finish. The black has a more rough, texturized, coarse type feel to it. Not as coarse as the Sandstone with OnePlus devices. It kind of feels more plasticky than this. This feels very soft, smooth, metal feeling. It's more cold to the touch in a way. So there's the back with the metal chrome Google G there. Your fingerprint scanner here on the back with a nice chrome. And then the fingerprint scanner has that same soft touch white finish as well. Up here we have that black glass window. And then the infamous 12 megapixel rear camera, which has OIS and EIS stabilization. Now onto the side here we have the metal volume rock. We have the volume rocker right here, and then we have that orange power button, which I love. I love how that pop of color stands out from the rest of the phone. On the bottom, USB-C quick charging port, no headphone jack or speakers down below. On the side you have nothing besides a SIM tray. Up top a microphone, nothing else. Up front we have the 8 megapixel front facing camera. And then up front we have the 6-inch QHD display. I'll go ahead and turn that on, which has been a huge argument of debate and potential issues with blue shift, color saturation, burn-in, things like that, because it is a POLED screen. So the resolution of the 6-inch screen is a 2:1 or an 18:9, which is the 1440 by 2880. And then this also has Gorilla Glass 5. And then up front we also have the front-facing speakers up here on the top and bottom grills there as well. This runs the Snapdragon 835, 4 gigs of RAM, has a 3520 milliamp hour battery, which is what I was really happy about over the Pixel 2, which I originally really wanted because of just the form factor. They had the kind of blue color that I really liked, but unfortunately after seeing like the display, the battery size, I was kind of disappointed. So we're going to go through the setup here real quick and I'll be right back. Alright, got connected to Wi-Fi, so we're going to be checking for any updates. I know there's been several updates. There's been the developer preview that has now released for 8.1. I'm going to go ahead and put that on here as well after we go through the setup. Now, I love the feel of this, just the overall size. It's not big. I would say it's smaller than the iPhone 7 Plus that my wife has. Here is it next to the Huawei P10 that I own. Here we have the Fingerprint Pixel Imprint setup here. We're going to set up a pin first. And we're going to go ahead and just touch that sensor. And we're going to go ahead and set up another one. The reason why this screen got so dim is because it's restoring my settings from the previous phone. So apologies about that. And here we are. So we are now done with the initial setup, and our home screen looks similar to what it was because restoring using the Pixel launcher, Pixel 2 launcher, it'll actually restore all of your apps that are saved in specific locations. So that's actually really nice and convenient. Switching between Oreo phones with that same Pixel launcher will be super easy and convenient. So there are a few things we're going to check out. System update. We're going to go ahead and install that while we are going through the rest of the phone here. The display. This does not have that latest update for the vivid colors that you may have seen. So let me go ahead and get that all squared away and set up, and I'll go through some of the system UI here in a minute. Alright guys, so finally finished basically installing and updating all my apps, and I'll say this, that the phone is quite warm around just the whole body of the frame, so that's something I was not quite expecting, but I guess that's normal for initial setup and heavy usage. So we're going to go ahead and install that latest update, which will just be restarting the device thanks to the A and B partition of the Google implementation. But I must say that the haptic feedback on this while typing is very nice. It's strong, but very just subtle when just tapping on it, and it's satisfying. The volume buttons are clicky, and this orange power button is very neon. It's not quite depicted right on the camera, but it's a very light colored, not so vibrant. And if we go ahead and just unlock our device here, we can now go into our display, go into colors. Now we have a natural, boosted, and saturated option. So now we have ability to boost the overall saturation of colors just in general. So the colors are going to be more saturated than the initial very muted type look to it. And now if we go into display again, I think the natural was what the option was for the vivid back before this update came out. And we have our Google Assistant. And the camera app. I'm going to go dive more deeply into all of this later on. So stay tuned for future videos on the Pixel 2 XL and everything else. So we have HDR Plus turned on there. We have portrait mode screen. So if we look at that, so yeah, so everything's working great. The selfie camera as well, as you can see there. All our settings. You do have the option for advanced HDR control, and the new update kind of dims these navigation bars to help minimize that burn-in on the screen. But overall, I love this device. The wife likes it as well, which is an extra added plus. I do have a quick case here, the Pixel 2 XL. This is the fabric case. I think this is, what color? It's, I guess they're black and white one. We'll throw that on real quick as well. And there is that black and white of the case fabric. Very nice feeling cutout. Your cutout is correct up there. Your orange power button is still kept, which is nice. Cutout for your bottom, which is good. There is a slight lip overall, and it gives you some room for a screen protector, which is nice. And then your squeeze to Google Assistant still works as well. Buttons are still clicky. And then also I have a minimal case, very thin piece of plastic, frosted on the back. The cutouts aren't quite right, so if we can see this here maybe on camera, so the cutout isn't quite right, or at least not centered for the mic there. And then on the bottom I noticed slightly off center there for that, but overall looks good. Button cutouts are slightly recessed and maybe a little bit more difficult to press otherwise because they're more flush with the plastic. It's still easy to find the fingerprint scanner. The camera is of course not protected by any sort of lip, which is unfortunate, so the camera is going to be exposed, and right here is where I'm wanting to press the power button in, but it's up here, so not having that extra feeling of the buttons sticking out is making it more difficult to locate. But overall, this is going to be very just scratch resistant, no drop protection whatsoever. This will be good for just a case that you're going to be using if you have maybe skinny jeans on, something like that, where you don't want extra bulk. It slides right on and off real easily. But I think this is going to be the case I'll be using as a daily driver. So there is the Pixel 2 XL Panda. I did get the 128 gig edition. They do have a 64 gig model as well. Starting price $750 for 64 gig, and it jumps up to starting price is $850, goes up to $950 for the 128 from there. Thank you all for watching. Stay tuned for future content on this amazing, gorgeous Pixel 2 XL. Subscribe, hit that like button, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care, everyone. Thank you for watching.